Peace and power, divine ones. Welcome back to Alchemy Balance, brought to you by Yvette, aka the Doctor of the Gods, and by the Academy of the Golden Gates. This is the continuation of the series of the keys to the inner Eden. I know it's been months since I've completed this series, and I'm in a good place now where I can actually complete it, because sometimes God allow you to go through things to help you in whatever that you are presenting to the world. And I went through a complete transformation, and if you want to hear about it or follow my journey, you can follow me at the Academy of the Golden Gates. Now we're going to focus on the Academy of the Gods, the keys to the inner Eden. You've walked through the first gate, which was the awakening to self-mastery and the remembrance of the inner garden. You've opened the 7 seals, allowing the rivers of your beginning to flow freely again. Now we step into key 3, the sacred mind and the living word. In the beginning, there was the word, and the word was not just sound. It was intention made manifest. It was consciousness giving shape to reality. You are made of that same creative intelligence. Every thought you think is a seed. Every word you speak is a decree. And the universe, faithful and precise, respond to both. The key is about remembering the divine technology that lives within your mind and your mouth. It is about becoming conscious of what you are creating moment by moment, breath by breath, because you have never stopped creating. Since we was born, we was made to create. We was created to create. We was created to co-create. However you want to word it, we are supposed to be creating. And we are. Most of the time we're doing it unconsciously because the energy that we hold is being used to support the universal creative energy pillars. I know it's called something else, but right now we're going to stick with that. But you have to understand that you are an amazing gift from God, from the creator of all, source. You are the seed. You was created to share with the world. Now, like I said, because you have never stopped creating, the only question is, are you creating by design or are you creating by default? Today, we reclaim the sacred power of the mind and the living word. Let us begin. Today's teaching is going to be based off of the mind as sacred ground. The mind is not just a biological organ. It is a field of consciousness, a creative instrument tuned to frequency of source. I'm going to say that again. It is tuned to frequency of source. But as you know, as we live on earth, we adapt different traditions and things that are given to us. And sometimes we forget exactly who we are. But every thought carries a vibration. Every repeated thought becomes a belief. Every belief becomes a lens through which you perceive and therefore create your reality. The undisciplined mind is not a free mind. It is a garden left untended to, all overtaken by weeds of fear, doubt, and inherited limitations. When you're not creating consciously, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are allowing anything and everything to come through you and to operate as it wants to and see fit to become part of your reality. But once you become conscious, you'll realize what is actually running through you energetically, the forces that we hold. There is a conscious energy source that we all have access to. And if you're not conscious of how you are connecting or have a relationship with it, it could actually work against you. Now, sacred mind work begins with observation, watching your thoughts without being ruled by them, becoming the witness before becoming the gardener. The mind is the soul. I want you to write this down and remember this. Put it in your notes. The mind is the soul. Awareness is the gardener. Every thought is either a weed or a seed. Every thought is a weed or a seed. Now, when it comes to the living word, speech as creation, we've all heard it, that whatever you speak becomes concrete, or your words are spells. You have to be careful what you speak. That's true, because you are actually programming your internal program, your reality, your subconscious, which is the memory bank, where everything that you learn sits. In ancient traditions across the world, from Kemet to Vedas, from the Torah to Inca, the spoken word was understood as the most powerful creative force available to a human being. The word logos, or however you say it, divine reason made manifest through speech, is the bridge between the invisible realm of thought and the visible word of form. Your words do not merely describe your reality. They construct it. They instruct the field around you. They tell your body, your nervous system, and the universe what to prepare for. This is why affirmation is not wishful thinking. It is reprogramming the creative broadcast of your being. Now, with that being said, doesn't this make you think, what am I creating? Because I haven't been taught this. The words I'm saying, the word I'm speaking, how I show up is who I am. And most of the time, we have to reprogram that. Now, as you think, so it becomes. As you speak, so it breathes. Write this down. This is a great quote. As you think, so it becomes. As you speak, so it breathes. Now, as we go into the next part of the lesson, before we get there, I want you to understand that nothing is programmed to the point where it cannot change. You can change. Don't look at where you are in life, how old you are, because none of that matters. Once you realize that you have been doing something in a fashion that's not conducive to your growth, you can always change it. Don't be so hard on yourself. So now we go into the next part of this lesson. The alchemy of thought and words together. The most potent form of creation is when thought and word are aligned. When what you believe in your mind matches what you declare with your mouth. That is very powerful, because as within, as outside too. Also, you'll know that you are becoming one with your inner world, and it's reflecting outside of you. Misalignment looks like affirming abundance while believing in scarcity. Speaking peace while thinking conflict. Saying I am healed while internally rehearsing sickness. Meaning your inner world is not matching the words that are coming out your mouth. A lot of times that's like bypassing the work that needs to be done in your inner world. A lot of times there's so many people that show up for others but fail to show up for themselves. And by doing this, they know the right things to say, but they do not put it into practice. They do not embody what they speak of. Even if you're having a bad day and you are a healer, or you are over people that look up to you, you should sit back and say, okay, today is not a good day. You have to take accountability. Accountability is very important when you are becoming conscious, when you are conscious of how you show up. Because if you show up in a certain way, that will reflect outwardly, and it can harm other people, and it could not show the full version of who you really are. But yes, misalignment looks like affirming abundance while believing in scarcity, speaking peace while thinking conflict, saying I am healed while internally rehearsing sickness. You have to embody what you're teaching or what you're speaking. And that comes with practice, that comes with awareness, that comes with accountability, that comes with being dedicated and accountable for your actions and how you show up. The alchemical practice is to close the gap bringing the inner and outer voice into harmony. This is where the work begins. You have to harmonize by seeing what is there, taking full responsibility, allowing yourself to heal it, transmute it, grieve it, let it go, whatever the process is needed or tool that is needed at that moment to allow you to harmonize. Now, there's a 3-step practice, which is observe, discern, decree. Now, when you observe, you ask, what are my most repeated thoughts? What do I say about myself and my life without thinking? Now, when you discern, you ask yourself, does these thoughts, words align with what I wish to create? Does it harmonize the divine blueprint within me? When it comes to decree, you consciously replace the old pattern with a living word of truth. Speak it as if it is already so. Because in the field of consciousness, it is. It's already done. There's so many versions of ourselves that are sitting out there as a choice for us to make. A lot of times we don't take those choices because we feel like we are limited. We feel like we can't get to the next level. We are defeated. When being defeated, it's just a mindset. You have to outgrow what you have become. You have to evolve from where you are. We don't stay the same. Everything is constantly changing. You can see that in energy each and every day. That's why your emotion goes up and down, because it is constantly changing, which is causing you to react to it as such. I'm going to leave that there. Now, the fourth part in this teaching, reclaiming your creative speech. Many of us were taught to minimize ourselves, to speak small, to doubt our voice, to silence our truth. The return to Eden includes reclaiming your divine decree, the authority to name your reality, to bless your life, to speak life into your circumstance. I'm going to read that again because I want to make sure this lands. The return to Eden includes reclaiming your divine decree, the authority to your name, your reality, to bless your life, to speak life into your circumstances. Our life is our life. No matter what path we was given, it's up to you to either speak life into it or speak hate into it. We have choices, and the choices are golden. This is where you take full responsibility and accountability for who you are and consciously choose the right path based off of where you are at this very moment. Learn to love yourself through it all. That's the only way it's going to change. Every blessing you're offered is a seed in the field of collective consciousness. Every word of gratitude amplifies what you wish to grow. Every word of fear or judgment waters what you wish to release. You are very powerful. You are the creator of your reality. So if you speak lack and hate over yourself in your life, the result is going to be the same. Learn to speak life into yourself. Learn to love yourself unconditionally, because this path is meant to enjoy and it's meant for you to learn and move forward. A lot of times we don't get that chance to sit back and have a chance to really control the reality. Everything goes on in real time, and how you show up in that real time is who you really are. You just have to be honest about it. And that's where you learn how to change the very thing about yourself. Now, speaking deliberately, speaking with love, speaking as divine being that you are, will allow you to walk in your essence as a God. We are gods. We can create things and we can destroy things too. We're very powerful. Your word is powerful. It's not only controlling and creating your reality, but it's also controlling and creating other people's reality too, if they allow it. So how you show up is who you are. Now, the quote for this section is, the tongue holds the power of life. Use it to build your Eden, word by word. You are powerful. I can't express that enough. Build your garden and your reality. Water it so it can work for you and not against you. It doesn't matter what anybody else is going through, because this is your reality. Now, those of you that journal every day and knows that the art of journaling is an art of releasing, an art of seeing what you actually have inside of you. One of the best tools you can use to help recreate your reality, because as you're writing, you're offloading, you're releasing, and you're actually seeing in real time your thoughts, and it's on paper. You get a chance to reconstruct, rewire, and rewrite them in real time. So, like I said, those of you that have reflection or love to journal, that love to journal, here's a journal prompt, a reflection prompt. What words do I use most often to describe myself, my life, and my future? And do they reflect the Eden I'm called to create, the reality I'm called to create? What 3 declarations of truth can I begin speaking over my life today? Now you take time to yourself. Sit with just yourself in quietness. And if your mind doesn't quiet down enough, then turn on some soft music with water, no words, because I want your words to come through to give you the answer that you're looking for. And allow yourself to see what it really is going on within, because the mental is amazing. It shows you who you are. We just don't believe it. We want to blame everybody else, but that's what's really going on in the subconscious. So consciously, when you do certain things, you pull from that subconscious, so you need to rewrite it. Now that we are at the end, I thank you guys for being here. My closing words for you. You have always been a creator. From your very first word, you have been shaping reality with the instrument of your mind and the power of your word. The question was never whether you were creating. It was whether you were awake to create. Were you conscious enough to know that you are creating? Now you are waking up. Now you know every thought is a prayer. Every word is a decree. Every moment of consciousness awareness is a step deeper into the garden, into your conscious, into your reality. Tend to your mind like the sacred soil. Speak your truth like a living flame. You are not just a vessel for words. You are the word, made flesh, made light, made love. Until next time, beloved, remember who you are. Let the word you speak remind you. Walk in your light. Walk in your truth. Walk in your power of the living word. I send you love. If you're still here, there are free goodies on my website that are tools to help you walk this journey as authentic as you can. The website is academyofthegoldengate.com. academyofthegoldengate.com. I'll see you there.